Alright, boys. I'm a moron. I just did a whole ass unboxing video, and I go and check to, to watch it afterwards. Streamlabs decided to disable my microphone, so now I have to re-record the whole thing. I'm not gonna put it back in the box and like pretend it, because that'd be kind of weird, and I'm not crazy. This is what I bought. You got to see me open the whole thing, get my first impressions of it, but it'd be kind of awkward because there's literally no sound to it, because again, Streamlabs disabled the mic auxiliary audio coming from my microphone. So I was just standing there talking to myself, thinking I was recording, not bothering to actually look on my mixer and see that my audio levels weren't changing. But I can go over really quickly, talk about it again, because I don't mind. This thing's adorable and I love it. Okay, so if you keep up with what Pokemon Center releases, the new releases, whether you check for toys, for cards, everything in between, the video games, clothes even, because they have some pretty nice clothes. I'm wearing a shirt from there right now. You can't see it because I got my OTK hoodie on. Got to represent. But in the meantime, you may have seen this gorgeous child, along with, I think, two others, one being Piplup, and I'm thinking the other one may have been Pikachu. Togedemaru would have been a really nice choice for making these, but I don't think it was. I think it probably was Pikachu, but I'm not sure. I know it was Slowpoke and Piplup and toys like this. He's huge, man. It's about 4 times the size of my head, I'd say. He is a gorgeous pink color. I love his features, his eyes, the facial expression he's making. He's got stuffing in his little fingies. He's got little toes down here. You can see his ears are adorable. And he has a tail, but it's actually just a sewn-on design. It's not. It doesn't protrude off the toy itself, which I like. I think it fits for what this kind of toy is. And which I didn't know about it was this isn't stuffing. This is not filled with the fluff of what you'd expect from like a pillow or, well, in this case, a toy. It's got those little beads in it. I believe they're probably like styrofoam type things. Maybe it just is styrofoam. I don't know. But they're very soft. The beads themselves are quite squishy, which is why I think it might be styrofoam. And if you had told me when I was making the purchase originally if it was gonna be these beads instead of stuffing, I probably would have at least had a second guess about buying it. But I'm glad that didn't happen, because I think this is the right choice 100%. This is a toy that's not the same as others. A normal stuffed toy is meant to be played with or whatever, obviously, or just looked at. And of course, this serves the purpose of just looking at it. It's got a great design. It's Pokemon Center quality. It's what we've come to expect and enjoy from them, at a fairly reasonable price, but I can get into that in a second. But this also, I feel, at least for kids or even just people in general, but I think specifically kids, it's squishy. It's really comfortable, as you can see here from my squished in face. This feels good. I'll be real. It feels good. It is squishy. Ow. Bang my elbow against my wall. You can really, just really squish him in, man. He's very pliable. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I used it, so I'm not taking it back. And he bounces right back to form. Now, obviously, any new toy, no matter the filling, if it's a stuffed toy, it's gonna do that. Whereas the fluff, feathers, if you're a weirdo, or the beads, it's gonna come right back to form. But if it's stuffing, it'll get not stuck like that, but kind of molded. It'll get used to being in that shape, and eventually it will just take that shape. The stuffing can lump together. If you ever had like a body pillow or something, you sick freaks, I probably know that you might have. You'll know that it can definitely do that. The stuffing can lump together and get hard, not hard, but like hard for stuffing, and form in clumps and just hold shapes of what it's used to. Same thing happens to your bed. You fit in depressions in them. It's just what happens. So I think with the idea in mind that this is meant to be kind of hugged, maybe even slept on as a pillow. I feel like it could make a pretty good pillow, honestly. It was 100% the right choice. It's very comfortable. Thing's huge. I'd say it's about, as I said earlier, 4 times the size of my head, as you can see here. It's very big. And it cost me, I'd say, after tax, for New York State, which is a high tax state, by the way, sales tax is what I'm referring to, is it was around $35 to $38 USD, I believe. I think that's quite a fair price for what I was given. It's, great quality. The facial structure that originally drew me into it is just as good as I saw in the pictures. The color is a brilliant pink. Pink's my favorite color, by the way. And it just fits Slowpoke. It is the classic pink color for Slowpoke. It's just good. There's 2 versions of each. This is the smallest it comes in, other than a keychain. I'm pretty sure there's a keychain, but I don't include keychains because personally I don't really like them for stuffed toys. Personally, it's a me thing. But this is the smallest it comes in. Again, it was around $35 to $38 USD. The other version is $99.99 USD, not even including tax here. So that one was probably about this big, maybe. I don't own it. I don't have that much money just to throw around at toys right now. I'm saving up for a Comic-Con. Saratoga Springs Comic-Con, I believe, is the one I'm going to. New York State, baby. The one that went on around where I am didn't happen, so I'm going to be going down to that one. It's a bit of a drive, but it's going to be a good time. So I'm saving up for that. And even if I wasn't, I think $100 on a toy just out of nowhere may have been a little bit too much for me personally. But more hardcore collectors of this kind of stuff, and I'm up there in terms of the toys, at least. I'm definitely more hardcore for cards, but definitely very casual in terms of how people like actually attempt the stuff and go at it. But for toys, man, stuffed toys, at least on the American side, just because I can't really afford to spend so much money shipping stuff from Japan to me, I'm there. Like, I am very into it. I have a huge collection, so much that I don't have space for. And even that, I'm not sure if I would have bought the $100 version, even if I had $100. Absolutely no expenses, nothing coming up in the future event-wise, no video games, no nothing. I probably still would have just bought this version. After seeing it, if I had that money, I probably would go ahead and buy the bigger version. But, hindsight 2020, I know how good quality it is, how perfect it is, and how nice a bigger version of it would be. I don't know what the hell you do with it. I guess you could probably prop your whole back up against it or whatever. That'd be pretty comfortable now I think about it. You'd have to use the back side if you were going to do that. Again, if you're going to use a pillow, you'd side, back, top of the head, something like that, because you can't really lie on that. That wouldn't be too comfortable. But I bought this, super excited. I got it in. I love it. I was so excited to record a box opening that I was foolish, didn't check any of my audio, didn't check the mixer, nothing. So I'll be better next time. Next time I get something fun in. We got stuff coming out later in the month. Video game wise, the new Diamond Pro remakes come out in 7 days as of me recording this. Really excited about that. It's gonna be a grand old time. Pokemon toys are still coming out. Next time I buy a good one, or maybe I'll just pick one of the ones up from behind me, because I got plenty that I have not shown on camera, because the vast majority of mine have not been shown on camera. But I'll pop back in here at some point, show some more stuff. I wanted to try to get back more into the at least making really lazily unedited videos on a webcam about Pokemon toys. It's a fun hobby. I love these, even if no one watches them, which I'm sure someone, even if it's just my dad, if so, what's up, Joe, watches them. And that's fine. I like talking about it, putting it out there in case anyone wants to watch it. If they don't, it's fine too. I don't mind. Getting back to the toy, as I should probably be talking about. It's great. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. I don't know if it released on a. I'm sure it came out in Japan. If you're Canadian, I don't know if it released on your Pokemon Center. I hope it did, because this is great, and I think anyone that thinks they might enjoy it, I think they would definitely enjoy it, and that they should just go for it. But with that, I gotta say I would say that's probably the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a lot of fun. Love you.